Hey guys, really excited. So my new pole just turned up. It's the Gfab kayak pole. Nice. Little cable clip, snap-on wire clamp. Chris is really good at packaging items. You're not getting damaged in transit with those packing skills. You're not gonna damage it while you open it too, because you've got a lot of layers on there, so you've got to be careful. Oh, that's neat, hey. That's so nice. He chucked on a glow-in-the-dark handle too. It's really cool. It's like just so nice. It's powder-coated alloy. He does the weld himself. This is all machined. Like, oh, you can adjust the tension. That's one thing I wanted on that pole, was to be able to adjust the tension so it would stay in a position where I wanted it. That's one thing that pole does not have. That's really cool. It's really good. It's going to come in handy. And a depth collar. You can adjust the depth. Hey guys, so I've been using this Gfab pole now for a couple of months. I just wanted to make a quick video on it because I'm absolutely loving it, hey. So if you just see a black pole with a handle welded on it, you are correct. But for someone like myself, I can appreciate the quality and the effort that has gone into making this pole. Like, the machinery and what it costs to actually make something like this is ridiculous. So we're going to start off. It's a 40mm aluminium pole. It has a 15cm handle TIG welded onto it with a laser cut gusset with a Gfab symbol in it. So these poles are individually welded by Chris himself. So all the poles and all the gear that you see on social media from Gfab is all individually made by him. So he's making all these products all on his own, and it's quite ridiculous how much stuff he has made and produced, because for someone like myself, I can truly appreciate what it is and what he has done, especially the multi-mode mount. That is game-changing. So yeah, 40mm aluminium pole that is corrosion resistant, so it's not going to rust from salt water. He also has two recessed holes here, one up here and one here. I've got the bolt out of this one at the moment, but yeah, the recessed holes hold the 5mm, I think they're 5mm or 6mm stainless steel bolts. Those bolts secure the acetal cups. I think I'm saying that correct. These were a billet made. They started out as a solid piece of material, and then they're machined down into the shape that they are now. And acetal is one of the strongest forms of plastic that you can get. It is extremely good for Australia conditions too, because it withstands UV. Over time, the sun can actually deteriorate the plastic and cause it to break prematurely. With this acetal, it won't happen. So we have the bottom stub, which holds the his multi-mode mount perfectly, and then we have the top cap. The top cap has a groove for the cable to come through. It's designed to have the cable run through the pole and out the top, but the way I have my Livescope set up is after every time I'm done fishing, I pack it up in the box and store it away that way. So I run the cable externally and clamp it with the little clamp that comes with the pole. It just clamps onto the side of the pole. We have a nice acetal, billet acetal block. So this holds the C-size ram mounts. I've just made my own Railblazer mount here for something different, but the good thing about this block is that it adjusts the rotational tension. So I don't know what it's like in a boat, but in my kayak without an anchor or spot lock, I get shifted around with the wind. I can point the transducer in a way that I can still be shifted but have the transducer pointing in the direction that I need it and still be able to fish. That is a big feature for me, especially for the fact that my old Livescope pole didn't have that. It was always flopping around, especially with a bit of wind. It would flop around, and it was just a little bit of a hassle that I didn't know I needed until I needed it. He also has an acetal depth collar with a friction ring. This is how it sits, like this. And then you can adjust the depth by lifting the pole up and adjusting the thumb screw. So it's really good and really nice and really smooth, and to be able to adjust the rotational tension is extremely handy. We also have a glow-in-the-dark handle. So I do a lot of nighttime fishing, and that has become very handy, especially just at night, because I can actually just line up my pole and cast where I need to cast. I also forgot to mention that the thumb screws, so they are an M6, I think, M6 bolt with a 1.5mm thread, and the top alloy bit is billet. So it started out as a solid piece of alloy, and then he's machined it down to the shape it is now. And you can see his little G in there too, which is really nice. Like, it's just the little things like that that just make it really nice quality. And like, I don't know, like I can really appreciate things like that, because it's just nice. The depth collar is a little bit more of a different style, but to think that is a solid piece of alloy machined down to what it is now is pretty cool, and it's nice to use. So the Ram C-size mounts will just have 4 bolts that go into the block, and that's how you mount it along that circle piece. The weight, it's not too heavy. Like in a kayak, especially where weight is very important, it doesn't weigh enough to affect the kayak and the use. So if weight was an issue, then you're not going to have a problem with this pole. All in all, I'm actually really happy with it, and it is a big upgrade for myself. And I don't know, you just look at the welds; they're just perfect, man. Here's a closer look at the cable clamp. It's got his logos engraved into it, which is really nice, and they work well. My favorite part about this whole pole is that it's powder coated. With powder coating, it is applied as a powder and then placed into an oven and baked on. So this makes it extremely durable. Yeah, that's one of my favorite parts of this whole pole, is that it's powder coated, because I don't actually own anything that's powder coated. And yeah, it's extremely durable, it looks good, and yeah, it's going to last a long time.